Good evening, everybody. Welcome to PatFacts. Patrick here, pat on your back. Personal fitness. How's your 2023 going so far? Hopefully it's going great. Hopefully it's being a great year for you. And we're going to talk tonight about some ways that we can actually make 2023 a better year for us. And I started this kind of topic a few years ago, just before 2021. If you've been kind of with us, or sorry guys, just getting going here on Instagram. We can. So yeah, we started this talk in hey, Instagram, welcome. 2021 or into 2020, because I heard everyone saying at the end of 2020, oh, this 2021 has to be a better year than 2020. It's got to be. 2020 was such a mess. It's got to be a better year. And I got to thinking, it didn't have to be a better year. We just needed it to be. We hoped it would be, but it wasn't just going to be a better year. We have to make it a better year. We have to put in the work, just like everything else. Anything worth doing, we have to put in that work for. So I thought we have to make it that way. We have to create that good year, that better year than what the previous year was. And I came up with this acronym, which we'll talk about this evening. So for those Instagram can't see yet, but we'll post the alternate feed later so you can see the captions and comments as we go through it. But M.A.K.E, M-A.K.E. We're going to talk about each. That's our acronym for how we can make this year better than the last. And I've kept this talk going because even though 2020 was 3 years ago now, again, usually there's a want or a need, or there should be a want to have a better year in 2023. The next year, we always want to be a little better. We always say here, ascend till the end. So we always want to be doing that. And making sure that the only way we can do that is if we put the onus on it as best we can. It's not just going to happen for us. So it leads into this as well. So I feel like, it's a great tie-in to the other topics we've talked about with having Blake on with us last week. Thanks to all those who tuned in. And hey, Janice, welcome in. Good to see you. We're tuning in and contributing to that. It was always great to broadcast with Blake. He had some great insights, some great visions, as it were, about vision boards, and some great advice for everyone. And that ties in with this, how we can make 2023 a better year. M.A.K.E. We talked about contingency plans. We talked about goal setting. We talked about theme words for the year, mine being focus for 2023. And again, we're tying all these in together so that, again, we can progress into 2023 with some good goals, some good plans in place, some systems in place to, again, actually make 2023 a better year for us. So again, I think it just ties in with the theme. We started this back in September, early October, where we started talking actually about then 2023 and setting our goals and preparing for the year, not waiting till January 1. But again, if you're first time tuning in, or it's been a while and you didn't see those episodes, the best time to start something is now. So if you haven't been with us, that's okay. It's not too late. We can start putting steps in place now to plan for a great 2023. And feel free to go back on my Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn channels and watch the replays of other episodes to see some of those episodes and how we built that momentum and put all these steps in place to, again, get us to this point where we are today. So again, how can we make 2023 a better year? So M-A.K.E. So our first letter being M, it's going to be manifest. We want to manifest how we want our 2023 to look like. And again, this ties in great to our episode last week with our pal Blake being on, where we talked about vision boards. And I think it was Nadia that mentioned mindful manifesting, because the vision board is visualization. It's creating that image of how we want things to be and then having that there to remind us. So manifesting our 2023, we want to think about it. What do we want out of 2023? Again, if you're with us, we've kind of started this back in September, October, of thinking, where do we want to go? What goals do we have for the new year? What do we want to accomplish? What check boxes do we want to fill in throughout the year? And then we set our goals based on that. So that's part of that as well, is thinking of it, manifesting and visualizing, creating. Maybe it's journaling about what you want to have happen in 2023. Maybe it's sitting down with a schedule and scheduling what you want to work on, or looking at that, the possibilities of maybe where you could run courses, or where you could take workshops, or um, how you could connect with people that you haven't connected with in a long time. Whatever the case is, we want to manifest what it is. We want to think about it and create that vision. And also think of why we want that. You've heard us talk before about our why is so important, our reasoning behind our goals, whatever they are. If it's fitness related, if it's personal development, professionally, your relationships, financial, whatever it is, if we know the true reason and the why behind what it is we're doing, we're more likely to stick with it. And it's easier for us to keep ourselves motivated and on track and inspired when we get really deep to the real reason. So manifesting can be part of that as well, not just thinking, well, I want to lose 5 pounds. Okay, well, why? What's the reasoning behind trying to lose, or wanting to lose the 5 pounds, maybe needing to lose the 5 pounds if it's a health concern? Finding that reasoning, then again, you can apply that as you manifest, as you think about it, as you visualize. What do I want to do? How would it feel when I lose the 5 pounds? What would I look like? What foods would I be eating? What things would I be drinking? What would I be doing? What different things would I be doing then versus now? And create that image in your mind. Or, like we talked about last week, a vision board, a vision book. Have those examples there so that you can follow them and go through with them, and recreate them, and then be reminded of them. So that, again, it helps us stay on track. It helps us make better choices when we're faced with maybe a poor choice versus a good choice. We can make that better choice most of the time, or at least calculate the results or the implications of it. I feel like a lot of clients I work with and people I coach sometimes just think of the end goal, and the end goal is important, but we want to be able to see that goal, but also know why we want to get there, and include some of that into our manifestations, into our visualizations, and obviously into our plans, so that we can stay on track and keep up to date and make sure we're moving forward. So M for manifest. Again, thinking and creating. Welcome in, Natty. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in again. And again, I think it was you that said that last week, the mindful manifesting with our vision board or vision book that Blake showed us last week. So again, a great way to do this if you're trying to make 2023 a great year. Great way to manifest that, or maybe bring that manifesting from your head to paper or to a digital version with your vision board, vision books. Whatever you want to do. And again, if you missed it last week, hop back to my socials and check it out. Instagram, it's not there quite yet. We'll load it either tonight or tomorrow, so you can kind of have both videos as well. But again, it's on Facebook, it's on my YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, at POYBFit, Twitter as well. All the same handle. You can find it there. If you missed it last week, be sure to check it out. It was a lot of fun and a lot of great information, and from Blake, but also a lot of great information and sharing from you guys as well, which is always welcome. So M from our Make 2023 a great year is manifest. The A is very important, and a lot of people miss this step, or maybe they stop at this step and then wonder why things don't happen or why it didn't work out. The A is for action. So you manifest what it is you want, or why 2023 is going to be such a great year for you. But then a lot of us don't take action from that. Maybe we take a course or a workshop, or we create our vision board and have that vision in front of us that we see all the time and are reminded of. But if we don't take action on that, then we're not going to get any closer to it. We're going to be here where we are right now. Action is a very important part of it. That was my theme word for 2022, and I'm actually hanging on to that for 23 as well. Focus is my main theme word, but action is in there as well. 2 areas where I want to get more efficient at and get stronger at, so I can see the results I want to see as a coach for myself business wise, but then also for you guys as clients as well. So taking action. So as you manifest, again, we talked about thinking of your why. Why do you want this goal, this outcome? Thinking about the how it would feel, visualizing it, seeing it, smelling it, taste it, hear it, whatever is involved. And then more work comes in where you put in an action plan. So we talked before with our goal setting, how we set a goal date, work backwards from that date. And then from today, what can I do today to take one step toward my goal? That's your action step. That's your plan. So we have to make a plan to work toward that goal. It could be something very small. It could be get things ready tonight so tomorrow I can do the thing I need to do to get that step closer. Or it could be doing something tonight to make sure I get one step closer today. And then looking for those, like we talked about before, those checkpoints. So those check-in moments where you can track your progress. Am I working towards my goal? Is what I'm doing working? Or is my action not really being effective? Should I make a better plan? Should I make an alternate plan? Maybe should I have a contingency plan? Spoiler alert, yeah. Because as we talked about before, kind of not if, but when life's going to throw something at you. So are you ready for it? Are you ready to swerve if you need to avoid that, to go down a different route, to stay on course to your goal, but maybe take a different route to get there? Have those backup plans, those contingency plans. Think about the things you've done in the past that worked for you, but also maybe didn't work for you. Learn from your previous experiences so you can know what types of action plans to put in, what steps to put in place, and to look at the areas where, you know what, the last time I tried something, this happened to slip me up. This kind of knocked me off track. What can I do to avoid those things from happening again? Again, that's all part of action and planning. And like we've said before, anything worth having is worth working for. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some time, but a lot of work up front is going to pay off in the end for you and make things more smooth for you. And again, if you've been with us since September, but some of you have been with us for almost 3 years now of PatFacts, which is hard to believe. You probably have done this when you set other goals, when you made a workout plan, when you took one of our challenges that we've done. You've put things into action. You've made plans. You've worked through some of the trial and error that's been there. And now hopefully you have a bit of a system in place. And again, you take your system from your last goal and plug it into this goal and tweak it to make sure it's specific for what it is you're looking to accomplish. But again, we just plug and play basically once you have an effective system for yourself set up. So making 2023 a better year. Manifest is our M.A.K.E is action. So again, without action, nothing's really going to happen. So that's one of, if not maybe the most important steps. If you don't have that, you're going to find that sticking point, which again, we don't see the success, and that's when the kind of that negative self-talk might pop in of, oh, here I go again. I set a goal, a resolution. I didn't get there. It's mid-January and I'm stuck already. We don't want that to happen. We want you to be able to have as much success as possible. So again, the more we can do up front, put some of that legwork in, maybe talk to some people who've done it before. That'll help you get on the right track and have those things in place so that you can manifest it, you can see it, you can create that vision board if you want to, that vision book. You can, again, journal about it, draw about it, tell someone about it, even if you're manifesting it to someone, an accountability partner, a coach, a loved one, whatever the case is. Then again, that's out there. You're putting it out there, and someone else has an idea of your vision, and they can help you stay on track with it too. A is action. We needed action to take shape. The K in our Make 2023 a great year for you, hopefully better than last year, is knowledge. We need knowledge. We need to learn new things. If we're making new plans, if we're trying different things, if we're learning new skills, if that's our goal, there's going to be things along the way that we need to learn. We need to learn about ourselves. We need to learn, like I just said, what works for you. We need to learn what doesn't work for you. Hopefully, you've probably learned some of that already. It's just going back and building from that knowledge, using that knowledge to your advantage to, again, hopefully avoid some of those trip ups and slip ups that have happened in the past, but also to know what does work so you can continue to do that to help you get towards this next goal. So maybe you need to take a course, take a workshop, hire a coach. Again, find a mentor, someone there's a variety of ways to get knowledge now. Remember before we had to we could only read books or encyclopedias or something. Now there's so much knowledge out there. YouTube, uh, podcasts, the web itself, just searching. There's so much out there you can learn from and search for. It's all there. It's kind of on us to take those steps to learn the things, to read, to listen, to watch, whatever the case is, to gain that knowledge to help us again make those steps forward. So looking at manifesting how 2023 is going to be a great year for you. And again, that probably involves your goal and your why, taking that action step, making the plans, and having part of the plan being what knowledge do I need to gain to help me get to that point? Do I need to take a workshop? Do I need to take an online course? Do I need to hire a coach? Do I need to talk to a mentor? Do I need to talk to a friend who is on a similar path? Or that maybe I can bring on a similar path who will be there to support me. Maybe they've done this and they can mentor me as a friend. Usually if we're learning new skills or working towards a new goal, there's knowledge to that. We want to gain the knowledge necessary to accomplish our goal. So make that part of your planning. Okay, I have an action plan. I want to do this, this, and this. Now, what skills am I maybe missing, or what skills could I improve on to make this process more efficient? Or what podcast could I listen to gain some of the information from someone who's done this that might help me work along the way as well? And we always want to be to learning. That's part of ascend till the end as well, like we talk about here, mentally, physically. We always want to be getting better. So again, two birds, one stone. You're gaining knowledge for the task you're working on or how to make 23 a great year, but that knowledge will pay off in other areas as well. And you're sharpening the mind, which helps in turn sharpen the body as well. So win-win really when you stop and think about it. So look at areas where, again, either you need to maybe fine tune some things or the skill maybe isn't quite there or the knowledge isn't there, and build on it. It's very easy now to find it. We just have to do a search, a search, find the method that works for you, and then consume it. But again, always coming back to action, applying what we learn from our knowledge. So we want to learn things, take in the information, but then apply it to our action plans. So again, we can benefit from it both by kind of putting into action what we've learned, but then also helping us work towards that goal that we're looking for. So again, manifest, action, knowledge is our K in Make, and E kind of ties all these in together. And we've talked about it. We've just kind of used a different word for it as we get in here. But the next one is E for effort. Effort. I've said it the whole broadcast tonight. Really, it's going to take effort. It's going to take work. It's going to take some discipline to get here. We can manifest 2023 being a great year. We can want it to be a great year. We can put plans in place. We can gain some knowledge. But if it kind of fades out after a month or two, then again, the effort isn't there. We're probably not going to see the results we want to see. It may not be a better year. It may not even be as good a year as 2022. And we want it to be a better year. We always want to be better, always want to be growing. So the effort has to be there, the effort to be consistent, the effort to be resilient. Again, when life throws something at you, the effort to stay within your action plan, the effort to revisit your manifestation repeatedly. Look at that vision board, that vision book, visualize in your mind, go back to that, meditate on it. Whatever you're doing, talk with that spouse, that partner, that coach, about that manifestation again, so it triggers you, it reminds you of how you want things to be, and that'll create the discipline and the inspiration, motivation, like we talked about last week with Blake. So it's going to take effort. Again, anything worth doing is going to take effort. It's okay, embrace it, be prepared for it, be realistic that it's going to be there, and embrace it. Prepare for the effort, make that part of your action plan. Okay, what do I need? How much time do I need to put into this? How much time per day? I'll see clients a lot who will say, I'm all in 100% to be healthier. Okay, well, I need to see you 5 times a week, and you need to eat this much and drink this much and do this and not have this. and get this much exercise on your own, and they kind of go white. Okay, well, where are you really? Let's be more realistic. We have to have an expectation of effort and understand that things will take some effort to move. If it didn't take effort, it would be easy, and we'd all be better than we were yesterday. We'd all be better, having a great year already. But it takes effort. It takes time. It takes commitment. It takes consistency. But we can do it. It's just preparing for that effort. So as we come back to our manifestation and then prep our action, maybe even our knowledge, maybe that's part of the knowledge, is how much effort is going to take to accomplish X. Maybe you look it up. Maybe you talk again to your mentors or coaches that say, oh, when I did it, it took me 3 times a week for 30 minutes to accomplish X. Maybe for someone else, it took 7 days a week for 30 minutes to accomplish X. We're all a little different. But again, if you ask around and look into it, you can make a plan that works for you to hopefully tailor to your needs and wants and desires. But the effort is going to be there, and or has to be there. Or again, with no effort, the action is not going to stay there, and you can manifest all you want and have all the knowledge you need. But without those 2 keys, we're not really going to go anywhere. We're going to, again, stay status quo. And I don't want that for you guys. And hopefully you don't for yourselves either. Let's hop into the comments here. Yeah, Natty's summing up for us. She was making some hashtags with us. But then again, manifest, action, knowledge, and effort. So that's the make. So we want to make 2023 a better year. That's what we're looking to accomplish and take part in as we go. So again, jot these down, write them in your journal, write the acronyms down. And again, maybe that could be part of your vision board or your planning. Maybe this helps you go through the steps to know, this is what I need to work on. I'm at this step. I need to manifest. Okay, what do I need to do to manifest? Okay, I should get my journal out. I should get my vision board out and work on that. I should look to maybe get some pictures, maybe talk to some people and put that all together. Okay, I'm doing that. Now I'm in action. Where do I need to be next? Okay, I should do here. Okay, I'm set. What's next? Okay, no. Okay, so what do I need to learn? Again, this can kind of create a checklist for you. And that's why I think it was such a great acronym. It ties into what we want to do, but it creates a checklist as you're going along to help keep you on track, help you be where you need to be to make sure you're progressing toward that goal. And then again, seeing that effort, it's that constant reminder to put the effort in. Maybe that's a theme word for someone. If they don't have a theme word for this year yet, maybe effort is your theme word. Our pal Todd Durkin, this year is why wait? Why wait? Do it now. Why wait to accomplish whatever? Do it now. That's sort of his theme for 2023 as another example. Again, I shared mine was this year's focus. Last year was action, which I'm kind of piggybacking onto this year as well. Again, maybe effort is a good theme word for you, or a cue. Maybe that's an alarm on your phone to go off to remind you to put in the effort, to put in the work that it's going to take to accomplish this and to make 2023 a better year than 2022, maybe 21 and 20. Again, it's not just going to happen. If it did, then again, it would be so much easier. There wouldn't be bad news. Things would always be great, sunshine and rainbows. But that doesn't happen, unfortunately, unless we put in some effort. And there's no guarantees, but if we put in as much effort as we can and take some of that onus to make our year great, then again, we're controlling the controllables, what we can. So that should at least minimize some of maybe the heaviness, the darkness, the roadblocks that come up. Or again, we're prepared for them. We're ready for them. We can handle them. We can work around them, through them, over them, under them, whatever we need to do. But we need to have that plan in place. We need to have action. We need to have a clear vision of where we're going. We need to build the skills that we need, and we need that constant effort going through. Welcome in, Mimi. Good to see you. Thanks for popping on. Natty says we should call Wednesdays Reset Wednesdays. PatFacts and trigger us to make sure we're on track and reset. Awesome. I love it. Great thought there, Nat. We mentioned before, I've kind of mentioned that as a suggestion for you guys, not the Reset Wednesdays. That's full credit to Natty there. But maybe this is your night to work on yourself. We can watch PatFacts, hopefully get some good ideas and tips. And then maybe you go off after and grab your journal or your workbook or your vision board or whatever the case is, and maybe do some work. Maybe you work on your acronym. Maybe you work on your M.A.K.E acronym. Maybe you work on your journal. Maybe you think of your theme word and how that ties in. Maybe you make your plan and work on that plan to have it for the rest of the week to get you to next Wednesday. And then again, build on a little more, build on and see where those steps take you. Like our pal Blake says, little steps to big success, where those little steps take you toward that goal. Maybe every week is your kind of check-in. And again, like we've talked before about, if I have clients who have come from physio and have physio exercises but are clear to work out with me, then I'll have them do the physio as part of their workout. Maybe it's the warm up, maybe it's after our exercises, maybe it's within the routine. And then that checks off at least one day or one time that day where they get the exercises in. And then hopefully they do some others on their own. But again, kind of that two birds, one stone. It's exercise, it's a bit of rehab, it's working. It puts it in place there where it doesn't seem like an extra thing to do. Oh, I just did my physio or my exercise. Now I'm going to do my physio. No, let's do them all together and make use of that time. And instead of, okay, I'm going to watch PatFacts Wednesday, I'm going to work on my plan on Thursday, I'm going to visualize on Friday. Maybe you tie it into a Wednesday where you pop in. Nads has changed her mind now. Instead of reset Wednesday, she suggested also maybe check-in Wednesday. So where are you Wednesday? How are things going? Check-in Wednesday. Again, maybe that's your checkpoint every week where you can reflect. Maybe you sit, get the new the tips and ideas that we're talking about, and then you go on and you're in that mindset of it. You're already there from being here to grow and develop yourself, to ascend here. Then maybe you pull that into your own life afterwards, and you're in that mindset. You're in that headspace already, and it doesn't take maybe as much effort, although it does some, to bring yourself into that space again 2 or 3 days or 4 days later. If you're already there anyway, maybe you can make use of that time. And maybe that's your day. Then you don't have to think, okay, when am I going to fit this in and do this and do that? PatFacts is 6 to 6:45-ish, 6:30, 6:45, maybe 7 sometimes, but we try to stay to about 45 if we can at the most. Okay, from there on, what can I do? Okay, maybe I take 15 minutes to get up, stretch, hydrate, grab some water, and then I'm back at it. I'm back at 7. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do 30 minutes of good work on myself and work towards my goal and build my vision board or manifest or action plan, whatever the case is. But again, if we tie some of these things together, then our 18 list to do maybe comes down to maybe it's 9 things, because we can combine some of those things. We can combine check-in Wednesday. Maybe you watch PatFacts, maybe do some personal growth and work and planning and prep. Then maybe you grab your journal and write about your workout for that day and how it's feeling or how you're feeling getting your exercises in. Again, we can tie some of these things together where we can make the most of our time. We don't necessarily want to multitask because that takes away from each task. But if we can group some of our tasks together or have them kind of in a flow where it kind of makes sense, then again, maybe it isn't as strenuous for us mentally to get into that zone or find the time to get those things to work, because we have to make time. And if we can piggyback on some other things, then that might work for us. Mimi, who's watching, we used to do a Career Talk Tuesdays where we talk about job interviewing and resume building and different things to work on. And then some of us would do that and then go and work on our resumes or our interview skills or interview prepping or job searching, things to look for. Some of the viewers would tie into that afterwards and make that part of their weekly routine. And then again, you're not trying to find time or make time to do this if some of the time is kind of there for you. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel, and we make things sometimes more difficult than we need to when some of the stuff is right there for us. And again, if you're stuck, again, that's somewhere where a coach like myself, when it comes to wellness, again, Mimi, when it comes to careers, could help you maybe get some of these strategies in place or fit some of these things in where I want to make 2023 a better year, but where's the time? What am I going to do? Okay, let's look at what you're doing. Let's look at what you have on the go and where can we play with certain things, or maybe where can we group certain things together. So again, we can shrink that to-do list a little bit, make it more efficient of a list. There's no really set way to do things. Again, it's taking from what you've learned and know about yourself and what you gain from other people and applying it to you. So the more we can do that, the more we can work through things, the more we can build that brand, the more we can progress, the more we can go forward. And then the easier it becomes to make 2023 a better year than 2022. See how I close it all up there? Thanks everyone for tuning in and being here. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, comments, feel free to share with us here in the chats. I go back and read the comments and answer any questions. If you're not comfortable sharing it publicly, send me a DM. We can touch base and chat on both things as well. If you are looking for some wellness coaching, again, reach out. I am setting up virtual coaching. If you're in the Barrie or surrounding areas, I am looking to set up some in-person fitness training and coaching. So again, DM me if you're looking for that as well. I'm talking to a couple places now. I'm trying to finalize a place where I can train out of for the winter and go from there. So again, lots of options. And if you're not in that area, again, still reach out. Again, virtual options are there, or I may know someone in your area that I could refer you to set you up with some coaching as well. So love all the action in the chat as always. Again, even if you're watching a recording here, let us know. Comment, share with each other, help make the team better. Don't just make the team. And again, let's make 2023 a great year for you. So manifest, action, knowledge, and effort. If you missed those. And again, the replays are posted. Go back, check it out. I'd love to hear from you specifically, those of you that are here now or again on the recordings. How are you going to make 2023 a better year for you? What things are you going to do? What steps can you put into place to make this a better year for you? And again, the more we do, then the more we can control, and hopefully we'll have a wonderful year. And those bumps along the road that we're going to hit, there's going to be something. But we can hopefully minimize the impact they have on us by being as prepared as we can and by having our good face on going forward, making the most of every day so we can make the most of 2023. So that's it for tonight. Thanks, Mimi and Nads for being here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I see some of you lurking out there in the background, but it's always great to have everybody here. Whether it's live or recording. Again, you can follow me on socials at POYBFit. We'll throw it up there at POYBFit on pretty much all platforms. LinkedIn, if you search for a name, Patrick Savory, it'll come up. But at POYBFit, Pat on Your Back Fitness on socials. You can find me there. Check out our replays. Have a great week, everyone. Remember, always make yourself the priority that you deserve to be by striving to be operationally fit. Have a great night. Stay safe, everyone. Take care, and we'll talk to you next week.